So if you're like me and this comment here, you may have heard at some point in your life that the name of the creator is written into our DNA, specifically the 10565, which is the numerical value for the Yod He Wab He. But like, what does that mean? Is that real? Let's talk about it. Because it's not some small little segment written into DNA. It has to do with the structure of the DNA molecule itself. Alright, so I just got this image off Google. I have no rights to this image. I didn't create it. I'm just using it as a reference. Behind me, you will see the traditional depiction, the double helix of the DNA. The structural components of the DNA consist of the outside, it's called the backbone, which is a sugar phosphate. We will come back to that. Within the middle, like the rungs of a ladder, are base pairs. This is two molecules that connect together. Those combinations are made up of these four molecules, A, T, G, and C, repeated over and over and over again. So now the structure of the different elements of the DNA is where that 10565 comes from. First of all, the 10. So in a DNA molecule, for it to make one full 360-degree rotation, there are 10 full base pairs. 10 rungs to the ladder. It's actually a little bit over 10 because of the way that it works, but it's 10 full ones, each 360 degrees. Then the 5. Going back to that sugar phosphate backbone, so this travels all the way around the outside. It acts as the holder for those base pairs. This is what that looks like at a molecular level. This image is sort of zooming in on the molecular structure of a small segment of that band wrapping around. This is what those base pairs are attaching to. And you'll notice the pentagon shape, which is a 5-sided shape. There's your 5. So we have 10 base pairs per 365 degrees, a 5-sided sugar phosphate backbone holding the DNA together. Now going back to the molecules that make up the rungs or the base pairs, we have A, T, G, and C, which is a combination of hexagonal shapes with 5-sided pentagon shapes. So, in every single DNA molecule of the standard B form, which there's different forms of DNA for different conditions. Your DNA changes depending on conditions, whether environmental conditions or chemical conditions, but the standard base form for DNA is called B form, and this is what we're talking about. Standard B form in every DNA molecule is 10 full base pairs for 360 degrees. Then you have 5-sided sugar phosphate backbone, and then 6 and 5-sided molecules making up the base pairs. So that 10565 showing up in our DNA isn't just some small little segment of DNA. It shows up over and over and over again, which honestly isn't technically 10565 showing up in a way that you can see it without actually kind of breaking it down to this level. Now, a lot of scientists will say that it's sort of just a religious sort of theory, I guess. But this is what I came up with when doing my research on it. Because if there is a claim that the name of the creator is programmed into our DNA somehow, I want to understand why. Is it just coincidence? Is it a part of intelligent design? That is up to you, I suppose. I personally think it's really cool. But honestly, there's way more evidence found in biology and chemistry and metaphysics and just looking at nature and fractals and the Fibonacci sequence and so much more that proves intelligent design. And I mean, we could go on and on and on. Honestly, that stuff is kind of my jam. But yeah, I believe this is how the 10565 is related when it comes to our DNA. And maybe there's even more that I don't really know about yet. And I will share with you guys when I learn of it. Anyway, I thought that was cool. Hopefully you guys do. Shalom, shalom, and I love you all.